Showtime. In three, two, one, cue the music. Yeah. Welcome to a fresh new episode of the Fitness Avengers, where we fight fat, frustration, and fitness fakes. I'm your host, NASM Master Trainer Tony Ariola from TotalBodyProject.com, and I'm on a personal mission to simplify fitness for you. Do you feel like there's never enough time? Like no matter what you do, you're always kind of scrambling from here to there, and you're just super busy. Well, I felt like I was already pretty busy. And Courtney, my fiance, had this wonderful idea for a golden retriever, which I figured with my training schedule and my Ironman schedule, there's no way that I said no. This was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and she keeps breaking me down, keep breaking me down. And I actually think, I mean, I don't want to say this on the record, but I actually think she planned COVID. But needless to say, we got a golden retriever, little Kona, and it was fun for like 5 minutes. And then Kona was crying all night and she needed to be fed. And suddenly I felt like I was just scrambling. My fitness got out of the way. Didn't have a chance to eat right. It just felt like everything was just falling apart. And although I love her, I really found myself empathizing and really understanding what my clients feel like when these things are just chaotic. The kids don't want to go to bed. Work is nuts. So today I'm going to help solve that problem for you. I'm going to really give you these best practices of how you can find more time in your day so that you can make sure you get everything that you need done and you can have a lovable, happy golden retriever named Kona. Welcome, Kona. I love you. You're awesome. I'm so happy that you're sleeping now. Use the hashtag MightyMuscle. I'm not having a drawing this week, but I'll have a big drawing this next week for my online fitness program. But this week, I'm going to share with you 5 simple time hacks that you can start employing today to help you get more time to work out. We're going to talk about time management and how to find extra time. Our Ask the Trainer popular section, we're going to have a special client spotlight. And if you want to be entered, hi Nicole, glad you're jumping on board. You want to be entered for next week's drawing, just go ahead and use the hashtag MightyMuscle. I will also put you in the Fitness Avengers, which is now growing. We're over 140 people in there making it happen. Let me get rid of these guys. Goodbye, guys. The first thing you want to look at as far as your time management is you want to really think about your relationship with time. You only get 1,440 minutes per day, and time is the most valuable asset that you have. You can always make more money. If you get sick, you can always get healthy again, but time you don't get back. And I know a lot of us always have this relationship with time where we don't value as much as we should, but every second counts, every single counts. So the first thing that you want to do is you really want to treasure time and really value it so that you don't spend 1 minute doing something that is not who you are. It's not essential to your values. So really figure out your relationship with time and don't waste any of it, because as the time goes away, right? Seconds go by, seconds go by, seconds go by. We just don't know how much time we have at the top. We just don't know how much. And I know for myself, I really try not to spend any time wasted on things that don't bring value to my life and don't make me happy. So that's the number one thing, is figure out your relationship with time. After you figure out your relationship with time, then you want to kind of do some self-assessment. Where are you at now? What's your current state? What I mean by that is take a look at your day. What are your distractions? What does a typical day look like? So let's do some simple math. Let's take out calculator here, because obviously I got the nerd version. It's a TI-83. I wonder if they're like at the TI-91 by now. Who knows? So you have 24 hours in a day. Let's say you sleep 8, which would be incredible if we did that already. And then we work 8. Okay. So now we still have 8 hours left. So what's going on in those 8 hours? Say you eat for 3. Now you have 5 hours left in your day. This is assuming you work for 8 and you slept for 8. So you still have 8 left. You ate for 3 hours. So there's 5 hours left. Where is that time going? Is it going to TV? I mean, what's the average watch time for Americans? I think it's between 15 and 20 hours a week. Is it on screen time? Take out your mobile phone and look at it. Hit the notifications. Look at your screen time. How much time are you spending on social, surfing the web, looking at pointless emails? Really try to figure out where you're spending the bulk of your time. Because once you can start figuring out where you're spending the time, then you're going to be really able to open up to give yourself more time to do things that really matter in your life, that move you closer to your goals. So when we look at time management, there's really kind of 4 areas that you want to look at. This is from Stephen Covey, and he defines his 4 quadrant. You've probably seen this before, probably for work they had you do it. Urgent, not urgent, important, and not important. So now that we've looked at your hours of where you're spending your day, you can kind of see health and fitness, self-development time, working with relationships, stuff that really invests in you is in that second quadrant where it's not urgent but important. If you're not spending much time there, it's going to be really hard for you to succeed. If you're spending a lot of time in the urgent, not important, or the urgent, important, that's where crises is happening. This is like deadlines. You got to pay the bills. You got to scramble to do this. You got to run to pick up that. You're really in this crisis phase, which is really hard to function at a very high level if you're in crisis mode. And now you're responding to like urgent, not important. This box 3, is text. So if someone sends you a text, do you respond instantly? Somebody pings you on social, are you right back responding? Because it's urgent, but it's not important. It's a big difference. Urgent and not important. What's for dinner night? That's urgent, but that's not important. Now, if you're spending your time in quadrant 4, which is not urgent and not important, this is watching TV, wasting time, surfing the web. If you're spending a lot of time in that box, then it's going to be really difficult to succeed. And you can kind of see the results for the bulk of each box. Box 1 is stress, burnout, firefighting. Box 3, you feel short-term, it's victimized, and it feels broken. Number 4, quadrant box 4 is just not responsible. And you're basically dependent, living at home. You're just irresponsible. It's not a good place to be. And the place that we want you to be at, if you're going to really make fitness and working out part of your life, is you want to be in that box number 2, where you're disciplined, you have vision, you feel in control, and you feel balanced. So my goal today is to help more people move into that second box, which is ideal. This is exactly where you want to be spending the majority of your time. Yeah, you're going to do some stuff in those different quadrants, but the bulk of your time should be in that not urgent, but important, taking care of you. Now let's look at exactly if you're in crisis mode, which is that first box where you're just fighting stress, managing stress, handling storms, life is, just tumultuous, then I'm sorry to tell you that it's going to be very difficult to make fitness a priority. And I know that's hard for me to say. I wish everyone can exercise, it can make fitness a reality because you're healthy, you're happy, and life is fantastic. But if you're firefighting, if you're in a crisis, then exercise has got no place in it. You really want to focus on handling that crisis first. So it's going to be like this because life's always ups and downs. Good times, bad times, good times, bad times. Right now we're going through the COVID stage, so you can argue it's a pretty rough time. But we'll have good times again. What I try to get people to do is when you're going through these good times and your bad times, I want to take everybody up and move them up a bracket so that you're fluctuating between good and great, not between okay and bad or between poor and very poor. Because you're going to have fluctuations. But if your fluctuations are in that higher level, your life's going to be so much better. And it's up to you to make those choices to get you to that next level. But it starts with you. But if you're in crisis mode, stop watching the video, go fight those fires, and then figure it out because you're never going to get into that second box. The reason why you might not be getting into that second box is because you might be having what are called identity issues. And identity issues is who you are as a person. Most of us can identify the easy roles like, son, daughter, father, mother, brother, uncle. Like those are like the easy ones. So taking care of kids, almost automatically everyone can do that because that's the role that you identify with. The ones that people have a harder time with are the higher value roles, which are like a reader, a runner, an athlete. Things that you don't identify with, you're not going to have the proper behavior. If you're an employee, you listen. If you run your own company, you also act a certain way. In order for you to convince yourself and convince your brain that you need workout or exercise in your life, you need to convince yourself that you're a healthy and that you're a fit person. See yourself that way. See yourself as a skinny person. What would a skinny person do? What would a healthy person do? What is somebody who's active? How would they react? How would they eat? If you can change that identity, it's going to be a lot easier to make these things priorities because a person who works out, a person who is healthy, a person who takes care of themselves will go to the grocery store, will get the right amount of sleep, will drink enough water, will go on their run, regardless of how they feel, because that's who they are. And a big part of making these transitions and to getting to like the better part of life is that these identities feel foreign to us. And without the proper identity, then these priorities will never happen. Get a mirror, take a really deep breath, and figure out who you are and who you want to be. And it's okay if you're not there the whole way. You don't have to see the whole road. You just have to believe that it's possible. It's possible for you to be a fit, healthy person. And once it's possible, eventually your actions will start to align and you'll know that, hey, this is what I do. When I was struggling with the puppy and not being able to work out, it was really easy to beat myself up and be like, oh, well, I'm gonna lose. I didn't work out as many times as I should. My eating is terrible, blah, yada, yada, yada. But then I realized, no, wait, I'm an athlete, I'm a trainer, I'm a role model to a lot of people. They count on me. So it was a lot easier for me to make something happen because that's who I am at my core. I'm somebody that doesn't go work out. Working out is part of who I am. And that's how you make these priorities a lot easier. You become what's a term that I like. That's John Quick uses it. It's pretty good. It's a grow giver. You grow yourself, right? You grow the base, the bark, the tree, so you can give a lot more. And the more you invest in yourself, the more you can give to somebody else. So for my moms out there, for my parents, you can only give as much as you have. And if you don't have enough, if you're running low on your tank, you're not going to be able to give as much as you need to give. So invest in yourself so you can grow and you can give a lot more. Thank you for everybody that's jumping on. I see you guys on here. Make sure let's have an emoji party. Pew pew pew. Psh, psh, dun, 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 dun. Hit those likes. Hit those thumbs up. Maybe you can hit the laugh guy, not the angry guy. Maybe the care guy, because we need the little care guy right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. This is literally the best part of my week is helping you to navigate through these treacherous times. Now, let's look at the 5 time hacks that I came up for you guys. The first one is you want to schedule your exercise. And that sounds basic, but it's actually the most important because if you don't schedule it, it's not going to happen. You want to put in when will it happen? Take out your planner, put it in your phone, and you want to make sure that you have that commitment to yourself. Earlier is better than later for a couple of reasons. Number one, in the morning, there's a lot less excuses because maybe the kids are asleep, work hasn't started, your phone's not pinging like crazy, you don't have all these bunches of chores to do, like say like after work or later on in the day. Another reason that's important is because your brain makes decisions, so you get a certain amount of brain cycles per day. And these, you ever notice in the morning you got like this ultimate motivation where you can just knock the ball out of this world in the morning because motivation is at all-time high. You haven't made many decisions. Once you start making decisions, that motivation goes down. And if it goes down too low, you're not going to motivate yourself to go to the gym. So my most consistent clients and the most people that see the most results tend to work out in the morning because there's less excuses. So make a schedule that works for you and treat your life like your company treats you. A lot of times I get upset because at work you're not allowed to just be aimless in what you're doing. You have to have purpose and direction. But yet our personal lives we don't attack the same way. We're just kind of like, oh well, if there's time, we'll see what happens. And your life is way more important than any job. How you feel every day is way more important than, because remember, we don't know how much time we have left. You know how much time we have left, and if we waste it doing things that we don't like, things that we hate, not living each day to its fullest, to our max potential, then we're just throwing away time, and that's the most valuable asset in the world. The next thing you want to do is you want to learn to say no. 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 No, because people want to pull you away from what you want to be doing. They want to pull you away to what they want to be doing. And if it's not aligned with your goals of who you are, of working out, of dedicating yourself, of eating right, you're gonna be stuck doing things that you don't want to do, that don't move you, don't make your life a lot better. If you set out a goal to read or to go for a run, but your friends are like, hey, let's have lunch, or now let's have a Zoom happy hour, and you do that instead, you're taking away from your priorities of who you want. Learn to say no. Put exercise in the busy. You can't go do this because you're dedicating to that quadrant two activities of making yourself and your life a priority. Learn to say no. People get over it. I say no a lot. After a while, people don't invite you to trivial things. It's okay though, because you want to spend times with who you love, and what matters most is helping yourself and helping your loved ones and helping everybody else be better. So learn to say no. It's be okay. The next thing is do something. Something is better than nothing. And what I mean by that, here's a good continuum by Precision, because we tend to think that workout has to happen at a very high level in order for it to be effective. But that's not true. Like, say your puppy's acting crazy. She doesn't want to sleep. And the next day you're like, oh, I had a hour and a half run scheduled, but now it doesn't look like I'm going to get there. Do something. So park further away. As you see you go around the circle, it doesn't have to be level 10. Park further away, take the stairs, do a 10-minute workout in the bed, 30 minutes doing something, walking the dog, right? Now my dog can walk, so we can do things like this. Any movement, and the other side is more if you have time to go work out. Anything is better than nothing. Anything is better than nothing. Meet with your husband, meet with your partner, have them get on the same page, and then you can incorporate just some movement. Just do something. Remember, it's about progress. It's not about perfection. So next thing that we want to be doing is that we want to be working out from home. So now with the gyms closed, it's a lot easier to be working out from home. You want to break up your exercise into like bite-sized pieces. So sometimes do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and put it all together. It doesn't have to be like this whole 90-minute program or 60-minute program or 45-minute program. Just work out from home with what you have. Do the exercises that you have with what you have. And again, something is better than nothing, but working out from home will help it. With my clients on my online app, I'm able to give them some workouts that they can break up into what their day fits. So if the baby gets up, if you have to take the dog out to go pee or go poop, you can still get your workout in. The next thing you want to do is you want to control your controllables. Remember, we're looking for progress, not perfection. And what I mean by that is that exercise isn't the only component when it comes to your health and your mindset. You have your 5 daily dids, which this you don't need things to do. You can, if you're not going to get to the gym, you can control your calories. It doesn't take more time to eat less, right? It does not take more time to eat less. You can drink enough water. If you don't have time to exercise, I get it. Go for a longer walk. Take the stairs, just like we talked about in that continuum. Take your multivitamin. That's easy to do. It doesn't take more time. And get the proper amount of sleep. So if you focus on those 5 things, you're still going to be better off than 90% of the people out there. Don't just, if one of these things doesn't click, don't throw everything out and be like, okay, well, that didn't work. This didn't start. It's not about that. It's about being a little bit better every day, a little bit better every day. Because remember, you got your whole life to solve this problem. And if you can figure out health and fitness now, you're just going to be so much better off. Now, the question we had from this week was, how many times do I need to work out? And this answer is going to vary. JAMA, the Journal of American Medical Association, recommends 1,500 to 300 minutes per week, which is about 2.5 hours to 5 hours per week for working out. And for weight bearing exercises like weightlifting or like lunges, things that challenge your muscles on your bone, you want to be doing that at least twice a week. And those are kind of lofty expectations. You want to start working out where you're at. So if you're not working out currently, don't start off with 3 or 4 days a week. Start off once a week and build. Go for a walk, count your steps, get a pedometer, get a Fitbit, work on the sleep. Do something every day. Don't think that your health success only depends on the workouts. The workouts are a part of it, but they're a small part of it. They're not the big picture. There's so much more that goes into health and fitness besides exercises. Let's took it like Yvette. Yvette did really well. We ended up losing, looks like over 30 pounds. And when Yvette started with me, she had just had her first baby and she was trying to take off that baby weight. And we were able to do some incredible work. And now what's, with Yvette, let me see, put myself over here. With Yvette's success, now she's actually training on me online. And what she tells me, she's got a couple kids now, is that she can start the workout, put it down, finish the workout later, put it down. She cut down on her commute so she doesn't even have to commute. And it's really trying to find out what works best for her because she's a busy mom. She's a counselor as well. And she's doing it all. She's a super mom. And a lot of you moms out there are super moms, but you have to find time to invest into yourself so you can be the best version of yourself for your kids and for your family. And treat yourself like you would treat your children. So congratulations, Yvette. Yvette's been my friend for a really long time. We went to college together, and it's awesome to give back to her and have her live the best version of her life. So congrats, Yvette. You look amazing. Keep it up in the app. You are doing some incredible work. Super proud of you. As always, join our fitness group, the Fitness Avengers. Just use the hashtag MightyMuscle or just directly ask me for an invite and I will let you in and we will do some incredible work. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's crazy out there. I don't know what's happening with COVID and this pandemic, and the numbers keep going up. So we just have to be patient and we have to be mindful and we have to invest in ourselves, in our minds, in our health, in our relationships, and making sure that we're the best version of ourselves. And I really challenge you to spend time developing yourself during these crazy times. We just don't know how long they last. And if we start wasting days, guys, like if you're counting COVID days down, then we don't know how many extra days you get. You're not going to get an extra year. You're not going to get an extra year. So make sure that you spend time with yourself, focusing on what matters, what's important to you, and be your best. Thank you again for tuning in. My goal, my mission in life is to share my message of health and happiness with you. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys for the comments. Next week, I'm going to be on here and I'm going to show you how to avoid the fat habit trap. The fat habit trap is pretty funny. It's why you walk by the pantry and then you open it up. Why you can't stop eating chips. Why at certain times in the morning you want a donut, on Fridays you want donuts. So I'm going to help you figure out how to get these healthy habits installed into your world so that you can benefit and you can be the best version of yourself. So thank you guys. Stay safe, and I will see you on the skinny side. Cue the music. Where is it? Where's the music at? I don't know where my music went. Maybe that's it. Oh, it's just a blank screen.